Engineering for Enterprise AI, Part 1. Why RAG alone is not enough, 18%. Engineering for Enterprise AI, Part 1. Why RAG alone is not enough, 18 to 30% wrong answer rate. Metrics help is a RAG product on top of product docs, runbook, and release notes. When it shipped on native top K vector search, 18% of answers were wrong or made up. Spot stopped trusting it. We did not change the model. We changed what entered the model context window. Wrong answer rate fell from 18% to 3%. Context token per request dropped from about 14,000 to 3,500. Cost per query went from 2.1% to 0.8 per 8 cent. Faithfulness evaluated from asking what prompt makes the model answer correctly. Start asking what is the smallest, most relevant, most trustworthy set of tokens and that makes the correct answer the only reasonable one. The model is a function of its context window. A frontier model with garbage context will confidently produce garbage. A mediocre model with surgically assembled context will produce a correct seated answer. Prompt engineering tweaks the wrapper. Context engineering control the payload, treat the window like CPU cache, not a junk driver. Hey, user types. Why is my dashboard empty again? 3 weeks after a feature rename, embed that rostering and you search the wrong era of Docker DOS. The user never said date range, so you miss the actual case. We added a cheap rewrite password, the C# orchestrator boundary. One model called with temperature zero turned the value question into a self-contained search query. Gives two extension variants for synonym and renamed feature. Flag whether the question needs multiple retrievals, query rewrite alone list a recall at 5. Search alone is usually on a Z token. The error codes, API names, SKU, strings, version number, keyword. Search alone is brittle on paraphrases. You need both. The Python fast API service run a hybrid search over Azure AI Search, BM25 keyword channel plus a vector channel, and pulls a wide candidate pool of about 40 chunks per query. Tenant scope on search filter, no cross-tenant leakage. Vector only used to return whatever consign similarity ranked first, including near duplicates from three document doc version. Hybrid pools in the right chunk even when the candidate pool has the right chunks somewhere in it, but they are not in order. A cross-encoder re-rank score each chunk against the query and sort them. We use a small open source model, MS Marco, Mini LM, L6 and 2 runtime in the same Python service. It only sees 40 candidates, not the whole index. So the P9050 latency stay at 95 milliseconds. We keep only the top 6 and drop anything below a score of 0.2. Oh, hybrid retrieval plus the rerank or push to recall. This is the part everyone skips, and it is a part that controls cost and quality. The context window is a fixed budget. System prompt to schema conversation history and retrieval chunk all complete for it. Dump everything and you pay 14,000 token per request. Ground the answer is noise and hit the lost in the middle problem where the model ignores the center of the long context. We treat the window as a budget with explicit allocation. System prompt for 15 filtered to schema 300 history. C-sharp context API sample in priority order. System prompt and tool schema going first, non-negotiable. Then retrieved chunks dedumped by content hash. Also, identical text from three docs version does not get paid for three times. The history fields whatever remain newest first. Each chunks also goes through contextual compression on the Python side. The cross-encoder score each sentence against the query and keep only the relevant ones. A 900 token chunks shrink to the 180 token that matter. Budgeting plus deduce plus compress cut. The most dangerous answer is efficient, confident, wrong one with no situation. Grounding means the model answer only from the sample context and attaches inline citation to the chunk it used. The system prompt says it was explicitly answer only from context. Cite inline as a bracket and don't to use outside knowledge. Then there is a refuse path. When retrieval comes back empty or below the score threshold, the C-sharp orchestrator short circle. It never calls the model. It returns the honest I don't have the document answer for that. I have.